We're going to keep this show going. Give it up for our next comedian coming to the stage. He goes by the name Mike Parinetti.
Thank you. Mike Parinetti. He's close now. My name's been butchered more times than the whole. So last week was the first time I ever did live stand-up comedy. And going into it, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. And people online were trying to be supportive, you know, like the whole line of, oh, break your leg. And when my mom said it was cute. And other people were like, hey, break a leg. I'm like, hey, fall down your fucking steps. Then they always came with the other line of, well, Mike, if you're nervous, just imagine everybody naked. And I'm looking out here at some of you women, and I'm thinking, no, because then it's just like the trauma of grade school, and oh God, I gotta change my shorts now. So, no, we're not doing that. But a little bit about me, a little over 20 years ago, I was what most people call incarcerated. I call it court-appointed vacation. I can tell you all about that stuff later on. I'll tell you about the trauma from that. It was 7 years, 7 very long years, and not once did I get hit on. Upsetting. Now, going into it, I had watched TV. I had watched the movies. I knew what to expect. I went into the county system. Not once did I hear, fresh meat. I was fresh. Like a bull whacked and slaughtered that day fresh. Nothing. I went into the state system, and they didn't send me to a regular facility. I went to a gang facility because gangster. But it was a place full of men doing life sentences. They'll never see vagina again. There's rapists in there. There's gay men who committed crimes. Not once did anybody say, hey, boo-boo, what the lips do? They never, ever threatened me with, boy, we'll take them cakes. Now, it's not that I wanted it to happen, but every guy has the right to feel desire. I didn't come home with a prison rape story. I came home with a complex. But then I was thinking about it, and I realized what the problem was. Quite clearly, I'm a sex symbol. I just didn't know my role. It's obvious I was bummed. It's an opportunity I lost there. But I've been single for about 1.5 years now. It seems my ex-wife thought it was okay to have sexual relations with a stranger, a coworker, a Facebook friend, and some others. Well, it's sad. She ended up getting killed by a train. Totally unrelated news, I recently got fired from my job. I was a train conductor. I'm lying. I mean, not the whoring part, that's true. I was not a train conductor. She did not get hit and killed by a train. She was part of one. I had a nice hotel too. It turns out that she's just into travel and historic landmarks. But being single, I live by myself. Kind of. I have a dog. His name is Oakley. He is an Alaskan or an American Eskimo mix. Kind of looks like Lassie if Lassie was a midget. I love him to death. He's been through every dark phase with me. I got him just after the separation. Having said that, let me also say he's a little asshole. If I'm sitting at the kitchen table, he wants to be pet. He puts his paws on my leg. I pet him. I'm done petting him. I take his paws. I move them off my legs. Never enough. I timed it one time 3 minutes. 3 minutes of him bouncing around, barking and bitching and yelling at me that he wanted physical attention. I had to check and see if he was actually a woman. He's not. But then, I had a female friend over. And now she and I have texted about him before, and I always say, like, he's an asshole. Oh, poor Oakley, at my ass. So she's sitting at the kitchen table. I'm standing on the other side of the kitchen, playing with Oakley. I barely tap his right shoulder with my foot. A little prick takes off across my kitchen with the yelp of all yelps, holding up his left hindquarter. She looks at me, she's, Michael, you're so mean to him. I say, you shitting me? You can't tell he's fucking faking it? By this time, he's sitting in the corner looking at her with the saddest of eyes. She goes, how do you know he's faking? I said, watch. I go and I grab his treat bag. That little prick took off like a crackhead after a rock. Now do you see what an asshole he is? But I give him his treat. And here's another thing that he loves to do. In case you can't tell, I'm a little portly. If I give him a sausage or something small, he'll eat it right there. I give him a beef stick or a bone, he'll take it, walk away from me, but put his head down and look back at me. And I know what he's saying. I know how to read his eyes. He's telling me to leave the room, not turn around. I tried that. He sat there with the bone in his mouth whining until I left the room. His eyes are telling me, listen, fat ass, I know you're going to take this from me and you're going to eat it, so get the hell out of here. And I literally argue with him like, bro, I just gave you that fucking snack. If I wanted it, I would have fucking eaten it. And then he looks up at me with his beautiful eyes and he says, whatever, fatty, get the fuck out. So I do, I leave because I'm 51, I'm single, my life is ruled by a little furry four-legged terrorist. Where was that, man? Oh. So I am dating again. I'm trying to date. The dating game is, what do we say? It's fucked. Any millennial Gen Zs in here?
Yeah.
Because I fucking blame them. Y'all made this shit weird. I'll tell you how. Erotic asphyxiation? That's some real fancy fucking words for some fucked up shit. Choking? No. I will never be a choker. Because I know the setup to a fucking felony when I see it. Not too long ago, I found out I will never be a chokey. How? Glad you asked. Let me tell you. I had a female friend come over, and she's got this Friends with Benefits Plus package. You know, you have Friends with Benefits where they, don't see you next week for coffee. She's got the Plus package where we cuddle afterwards because I'm a romantic bastard. So there we are, we're laying there, and her hand's coming up my chest, and it gets to my neck. And I'm not really worried. She's a friend. I haven't had a chance to piss her off yet. But if you're ever wondering what a sex symbol like this thinks about after sexy times, let me enlighten you. As her hand is around my throat, I'm starting to think about past relationships. Especially those days where it's like, you can tell something's wrong. It's like, honey, what's wrong? Nothing, I'm fine. No, honey, really, I can tell. Nothing's wrong, I'm fine. Alright, we're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna go about our day. That night, we're in the bed, we're feeling a little randy. We start going at it, she's on top, she's riding, her hand comes up, it gets to my throat. Suddenly, nothing's wrong, I'm fine, pops into her fucking head. Her grip is getting tighter, I can't fucking breathe. I'm trying to yell my safe word, which is bubble wrap, because who doesn't stop for fucking bubble wrap? But she doesn't hear it. All she hears is and at that moment I realized, millennials and Gen Zs, you can keep your fucking choking. I am not down with that. I was once accused of having a midget fetish. That is not 100% accurate. I like little people, male or female. I think they're awesome. But now, do I give midget strippers props? Yes, of course I do. You know, Stardust, she gets up there on that pole, she slips. She might break a nail, maybe sprain an ankle. Little Pixie, that bitch slips. That's a 2-story drop. She's putting life and limb on the line so I can see upside down titties. That's respect. Anyway, that's me. I'm Mike Parenti. Thank you guys.
Let's keep it going for Mike Parenti.